As information arises, the Seth Rich case becomes more complex, and the extent of the Democrat establishment's deceit becomes more clear. It turns out that just hours before Rich was murdered in Washington, D.C., burglars broke into a nearby FBI vehicle and stole firearms which may have been used in Rich's murder. If these two crimes are related, it means that the same burglar who stole the FBI firearms killed Rich. And, even more startling, what if Rich's killer worked for the FBI and came up with the burglary story to cover his tracks? Lots of people have been trying to find the truth about Seth Rich's murder. Many believe he was targeted by the DNC for leaking information to WikiLeaks. However, Democrats keep blaming Russian hacking for the breach instead, revealing their unethical acts to the world. Unfortunately, those who get close to the truth mysteriously end up backing off. For instance, Rod Wheeler, the private investigator who was hired by the Rich family, retracted his statements claiming he had FBI sources telling him Seth Rich was connected to WikiLeaks. Are these people being threatened? Thankfully, private investigator Jack Berkman is determined to bring the truth to light, no matter the consequences. That's why he's suing the Metropolitan Police Department for withholding ballistic tests that would prove a connection between the stolen FBI firearms and the weapon used on Seth Rich. Jack Berkman's team is looking very closely at the FBI incident. Our investigators have learned that 1 hour on the morning of July 12, 1 hour before the murder of Seth Rich, there was an FBI SUV in the vicinity of the shooting of Seth Rich. 2 guns were stolen from that SUV 1 hour before the killing of Seth, a .22 Glock and an M4 rifle. The weapons were reported stolen approximately 1 hour after the killing of Seth Rich. How convenient that such a major incident involving the nation's biggest law enforcement organization should happen at the same time, and in the same vicinity, as the murder of such a high-profile person. All Berkman's team is asking for is access to the data necessary to verify a connection. They're seeking video footage, the medical examiner's report, ballistics reports, and autopsy documents. However, instead of being helped in their search by the local police, Jack Berkman's team is being opposed. The police won't release any of the requested information, even though all of those reports and documents are made public in regular murder cases. Why are they being withheld here? In fact, the police didn't even record the type of gun used. Why would they omit such a critical piece of information from their report? Isn't this simply further evidence of a cover-up? How can so little information be available, and so little progress be made, when you have so many police and private investigators on the case? Berkman expressed his frustration with the situation. He had hoped they would have found Seth Rich's murderer by now. But he and his team have faced continual opposition from the Metropolitan Police Department, the mayor, and the District of Columbia. Considering how Democrats stick together even when they do wrong, you would think they would be doing everything possible to find the killer of one of their own. It wouldn't be surprising to learn that there was involvement from someone in the FBI. Nutjob Comey was trying to undermine Trump. He likely staffed the FBI with agents whose loyalty lies with the leftist deep state.